A vault, impenetrable. A plan, impeccable. And a loot, unimaginable. Welcome to the heist of the century. In a world where law and order tend to reign supreme, there are those who dare to challenge the system. Today we delve into a story that echoes through the annals of criminal history, a tale so audacious, it's almost unbelievable. A tale of an audacious theft that left the world stunned and law enforcement agencies baffled. A heist that saw $109 million vanish in a mere 27 seconds. Picture this: a vault considered unbreachable by any conventional means. Its walls fortified with state-of-the-art security systems, and its contents a treasure trove of wealth beyond the wildest dreams of most. Guarding this wealth, a security detail trained to respond to the slightest hint of danger. And yet, in the face of all these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, a group of individuals dared to dream. They dreamt not just of the unimaginable wealth that lay within, but of the thrill of successfully executing a plan so intricate, so precise, that it would leave the world in awe. The audacity of their dream was only matched by the brilliance of their execution. $109 million, whisked away in a blink of an eye. A feat so remarkable it would forever be etched in the annals of criminal history. But what kind of individuals could pull off such a daring feat? What kind of planning and precision does it take to outsmart some of the world's most advanced security systems and highly trained security personnel? And most importantly, how did they manage to disappear without a trace, leaving no leads for the authorities to follow? These are the questions that we will attempt to answer as we delve deeper into this fascinating tale of audacity, ingenuity, and sheer nerve. A tale that to this day continues to captivate and confound. In the world of crime, this heist has a place of its own. Now let's delve into the details. Every great heist starts with a master plan, and this one was no different. Imagine the audacity of attempting to steal $109 million. Now consider the meticulous planning that would need to go into such an audacious endeavor. The criminals behind the heist of the century didn't just wake up one day and decide to rob a vault. No, they studied, they prepared, they planned. Much like a chess grandmaster, the criminals studied their opponent's moves, looking for weaknesses, for loopholes. The opponent in this case was not a person, but a system. The vault's security system. A fortress of technology designed to keep out even the most determined of thieves. But where most would see an impenetrable fortress, these criminals saw a challenge. They dedicated countless hours to understanding the vault's security system. Every sensor, every alarm, every lock, they studied them all. They weren't just looking to bypass the system. They were looking to exploit it. They wanted to use the system's own mechanics against it. A strategy as ingenious as it was daring. This was no ordinary plan. It was a perfect plan, crafted with precision and care. They knew that even the smallest mistake could lead to their downfall. So they left nothing to chance. Every potential obstacle was anticipated. Every possible outcome was accounted for. It was a plan that left no room for error. But planning is only half the battle. A plan, no matter how perfect, is just a blueprint. It remains a mere idea until it is put into action. And so, after painstakingly crafting their master plan, the criminals were ready to put it into action. They were ready to turn their audacious dream into a reality. With the perfect plan in place, the stage was set for the execution. At 27 seconds. That's all it took to change the lives of a few men forever. In the realm of heists, every tick of the clock is a drumbeat of risk, of danger. Each second that passes is a second closer to capture, to failure. But in this heist, time was an ally, not an enemy. The plan was in motion, the stage set. The criminals' faces hidden behind masks of anonymity were ready. Their hearts pounded in their chests, the rhythm of adrenaline. This was the moment of truth, the culmination of meticulous planning and audacious ambition. As the clock struck midnight, the silent symphony of the heist began. The first notes were the unnoticeable clicks of the vault's lock, each one a step closer to the fortune within. The lock yielded under the deft touch of the lockpicker, and the vault door swung open, revealing the tantalizing promise of wealth beyond imagination. But time waits for no man, and the criminals were acutely aware of this. Swiftly they moved, their actions a blur of precision and speed. Bags were filled, not a single note or coin left behind. The vault, once a treasure trove, was now a hollow shell, its riches whisked away in the blink of an eye. Yet the heist was far from over. The escape was just as critical, if not more so. The criminals melted into the shadows, as silent and as invisible as the night itself. They disappeared, leaving behind an empty vault and a mystery that would baffle the world. Every second of those 27 seconds was a dance with danger, a race against time. But for these criminals, it was a dance they led, a race they won. In the world of crime, their feat was nothing short of a masterpiece, a testament to human audacity and ingenuity. Just like that, in less than half a minute, $109 million vanished into thin air. After the storm comes the calm, but in this case, the calm was just as stormy. In the aftermath of the heist of the century, the world stood in disbelief. $109 million vanished in a mere 27 seconds. The audacity of the crime sent shockwaves around the world, leaving everyone asking the same question: how? The investigation that followed was a whirlwind of activity. Law enforcement agencies from across the globe banded together, pooling resources and expertise. Forensic teams combed the crime scene while detectives traced the criminals' steps. The world watched in anticipation, waiting for the pieces of the puzzle to fall into place. The sting of the heist was felt beyond the immediate victims. Financial institutions worldwide trembled, fearing they could be next. The crime served as a stark reminder of their vulnerability, prompting them to reevaluate their security measures. The fallout was far-reaching, with changes rippling through the industry. Security protocols were tightened, systems upgraded, and personnel trained to be more vigilant. This heist was a wake-up call, demonstrating the audacious lengths criminals would go to. It highlighted the need for continuous innovation in security technology, a race against the ever-evolving tactics of criminals. But it also underscored the importance of human vigilance. No matter how advanced the technology, it was ultimately the human element that could make or break the system. The heist also sparked a surge of interest in criminology and forensic science. Universities reported an increase in enrollment in these fields, with students eager to understand the mind of a criminal and the art of crime solving. Books, documentaries, and movies on the heist proliferated, captivating audiences worldwide with the thrilling tale. In the end, the heist of the century was more than just a crime. It was a lesson in audacity and cunning, a testament to human ingenuity, albeit on the wrong side of the law. And while the world may never forget the audacious 27 seconds, it also won't forget the lessons learned. The heist of the century was a wake-up call for the world, a reminder that even the most secure vaults aren't immune to the cunning of criminals. Every story has an end, and in the world of crime, that end is often not a happy one. Picture this. You've just pulled off the heist of the century. You've got $109 million in your hands, and you've done it all in a breathless 27 seconds. You're on top of the world. But as they say, pride comes before a fall. The criminals behind this audacious heist were indeed clever. They were meticulous in their planning, precise in their execution, but they made one fatal mistake. They underestimated the determination of law enforcement. The authorities were relentless in their hunt. They examined every detail, every scrap of evidence. They pieced together the puzzle slowly but surely. It was a masterclass in detective work, a testament to their dedication and tenacity. And then, the breakthrough came. A small lead, a tiny detail overlooked by the criminals. It was enough to set the dominoes falling. One by one, the criminals were apprehended. Each arrest led to more information, more leads. The net began to close. And what of the stolen money? Well, it's said that crime doesn't pay, and in this case, it was true. The money, all $109 million of it, was recovered. It was returned to its rightful owners, a bittersweet ending to a tale of audacity and greed. The fate of the criminals? They received their just deserts. They were sentenced to long terms in prison, a grim reminder that crime ultimately leads to a dead end. In the world of crime, it's often a game of cat and mouse. But remember, the cat always catches the mouse in the end. So there you have it. The story of the heist of the century, a tale of cunning, audacity, and ultimately justice.